Happy Friday morning. We're back with another book tag, and this is not just any tag. This is a special one because this is about Pat at Book Chats with Pat, and this is her own book tag. She created her own because that's what Pat does. She reads books, she has tons of knowledge, and she's a human dynamo. And so, in celebration of her milestone of hitting 2,000 subscribers, she created her own book tag because, again, that's just what Pat does. She's like that. So, she's a wonderful person, a great friend. She deserves 10 to 100 times more subscribers on her channel because she's fantastic. And so, first and foremost, congratulations, Pat. Secondly, thank you for tagging me, and I appreciate our friendship and our back and forth constantly on through the YouTube and booktube community. You're fantastic, and I aspire to be as wholesome as you, and hopefully I do you right here in my interpretation of your book tag and my responses. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. So Pat created this community joy and gratitude tag, and she has some different themes here in terms of prompts. Some of the themes have multiple questions on them. Obviously, the last kind of question is tagging other people, which I will get into. So we're going to jump right ahead. I did kind of change something up. Pat had a quote from various authors and influential people on each kind of theme. And so I went out and found my own quotes for each theme and kind of switched it up just to pay respect to Pat. Hopefully she likes it. But the first one is joy. And so my quote is, "Joy is the serious business of heaven." And that was by C.S. Lewis. The first question is, name an author whose books bring you joy, or discuss a specific book that made you feel joyful. I'm going with John Grisham, The Guardians. I recently read this with Dr. Logan at Novel Insights, and we did kind of a stream together. Post, the main character, a lawyer who tries to get improperly incarcerated victims out of jail by presenting new evidence. It's a fantastic story. Some of the joy you get him as a character, but as a reader in reading this story it's really good. It's heartwarming. So that was my answer to question number one. And question number two, in joy, discuss something about BookTube that you find joyful. Obviously, meeting people has been very joyful. People like Pat, other people that subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of people that are very regular. You know, when I post videos or talk about books, and they'll comment in, and they'll not only comment and say, "Hey, good job," or but they give their own opinions, they give their own takes, they provide me recommendations, and they also kind of have been taken even a step further, which has been great. When I do a book haul video, they share their haul. Like, hey, I was at this, thrift store. I was at this used bookstore. Here's all the things I found. And it's just fantastic. It's very heartwarming. I love kind of interacting with people. I proudly still am able to comment back to everyone. I know eventually that will not be possible, but I pride myself on responding to everyone that comments to me, and I find it very, very joyful. Prompt number two is friendship, and my quote is, "The only way to have a friend is to be one," and that was by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Question three is, discuss a book that focuses primarily on friendship, and I have two. Project Hail Mary. If you haven't read this, the friendship between an alien, Rocky. I mean, yeah, it pulled your heartstrings on this one, especially at the end. I was pretty emotional in that book. And then my second one is the Drizzt Do'Urden series by R.A. Salvatore. Drizzt and Guinevere, the Magical Panther. I mean, their friendship is so bold and so ingrained in each other that they'll put their lives on the line. I think that's really and it's fantastically done by Salvatore as an author. So the next theme is called laughter. My quote was, "Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand," and that was by Mark Twain. Question four is, discuss an author or specific book that makes you laugh. I'm going with Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. Specifically, Harry kind of has that witty humor, he especially when he's getting he's down on his luck or he's getting beat up, like he kind of deals with it by making fun of himself or others. Another character in here too is Bob the Skull, this British sounding skull, who is this kind of immortal being who has all this knowledge that he works kind of for Harry. He's under Harry's kind of thumb, so to speak, but yet Bob likes to have his excursions at Harry's blessing, where he goes out and is able to do, various things out in the world and kind of live like a normal person. But one of Bob's secret indulgences is Harlequin romance novels. And so it's just very, very funny. So the next theme is called community. And my quote was, "The good we secure for ourselves is precarious and uncertain until it is secured for all of us and incorporated into our common life." And that was by Jane Addams. Question number 5 is discuss a book where the idea of community is important. And I went with The Stand by Stephen King. And specifically, if you've read this book, when they get to Colorado, when everyone's hearing these dreams and kind of visions from Mother Abigail, the sense of community, of bonding together under the course of this dystopian world, and this man in black, this Randall Flagg character, what are they going to do? How are they going to survive type thing? The sense of community there is very, very strong, and King does a really good job of writing that. And so I really think that's a great representation of that question. Question 6 under community is discuss a communal reading experience that you have had. And I haven't had many reading experiences where I've done a lot of buddy or fellowship reads, but we are currently doing the Sackett series read through of Louis L'Amour's Sackett series, which is 17 books, and we're reading a couple books a month. And I'm enjoying that. There's definitely a list of characters, most of them booktubers, and we have our own Discord where we make fun of each other and discuss the book. We probably make fun of each other more and maybe discuss the book a little, but it's been a lot of fun. I've obviously played, you've seen some from some of my videos, I play off on some of these people and write my own little takes on them and kind of poke at them, and it's been a lot of fun, and I really enjoy that sense of community. The last theme is called gratitude. And so my quote is, "Let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayer." And that was by Maya Angelou. Question 7 is name a book in which a character demonstrates gratitude, or name a book that left you feeling a sense of gratitude. And I've got a good one. And it was very emotional for me when I read this, but I'm going with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, specifically Dudley, when he says his goodbyes to Harry and he shakes his hand and says, he doesn't really say a lot, but he says so much in his mannerisms, and it was gratitude Dudley finally gave Harry after all the crap he'd been through with Dudley's parents, but the fact that he saved them from the Dementors earlier in the story. Yeah, that one got me. That sense of gratitude there is just overwhelming in my opinion. And so that is my take on the questions. The last question is tag others. And so I am going to be tagging the following people to play along. If you see this video and I didn't call your name, feel free to play along. I mean, this is open to anyone. Novel Insights, Already Overbooked, Hide and Read, Book Buds, Read by Fred, Reading Ideas, Bookworm Adventure Girl, Jess Book Girl TV, Criminale, Steve Donahue, Bob Can Read, The Grape Jelly Library, Maeve Ever Books, Hannah Roll, Trav's Bookshelf, Nicole's Bookish Nook, Tad Reads Books and Stuff, and McNulty Book Corral. You have all been tagged. I hope you play along. This was a fun one. I think Pat had a great idea here, and again, congratulations on your 2,000 subscribers, Pat. I hope I played a great homage to you in this, and I hope you all have a great Friday. Thank you.